Here we are. Next issue. Miami. Pay attention. Johnny's in Miami at the same time. They're both in Miami. Okay? Daken's here. He's like, he's thinking about, what it's like. He's experienced being a villain. He's experienced being a hero or something like that, right? He understands, why heroes do what they do. Like, he has a greater understanding of that, whatever. Like, he's saying, like, even, like, saving lives, like, that's a different feeling than taking a life or whatever. But this, manipulation, he loves that. He's saying, this feels better. He loves to manipulate, control the situation, He's just enjoying Miami. He is. Oh, my God, he's at the hotel. And this bitch is here. This is a tie-into the Wolverine Goes to Hell series. I can't actually remember everything that happened with that, but they were trying to, like, get him involved in that. I forget who did all that, the whole storyline with that. But he actually decided that he doesn't. What the frig is this craziness I'm looking at? He decided that he didn't really want to get involved in that entirely. These two had a nice interaction, actually. Just a full blast flirty BS. I know a place. Do you mind if I change first? Here he is getting naked again. He always likes getting dressed in front of people. He's gonna do this again in front of Johnny, by the way. Not at all. See? Getting dressed. He's known for fashion. And her too. Whoa! He's impressed by her. He actually genuinely likes her. He does. This is them flirting. Like, oh, you wouldn't last in that. He's saying, like, oh, you're a baby and everything would break you. And he's like, oh, you don't think very highly of me. She's like, oh, on the contrary, I said an hour. And he's like, oh, as opposed to 10 minutes. He's like, oh, I'm flattered. Basically, he's like, she's like, what is it? He's like, I've never met anyone so like myself. That's her. What he actually means by this too is that she's a shapeshifter. That's her powers, shape-shifting, right? She too controls what you see of her, right? How much you see of her. He has the same thing. Daken is a shapeshifter without shape-shifting powers, That's why he's like, I've never met anyone so like myself, She too is cunning. She's able to keep up with him with the sharp talking and stuff like that. He appreciates and likes her company. But, he has to get up and leave now because, turns out that, he set her up. He set her up. He be setting people up always. He likes to not get his own hands dirty and let everybody else do all the BS work for him. That's who he is, okay? He likes manipulating the situation and then walking away and watching, like, everybody kill each other. That's what he loves to do, okay? So he knows now. He has to get up and let her get attacked. He set her up. And then she's like, no, he set me up! Or whatever. Until he tries to kill her and he's like, oh, hell no. He doesn't want her to get killed, okay? I think on some level, like, again, he kind of likes her a little bit. Wolverine. Okay, so then here it is. Daken was kind of sort of got killed. So she believes he's dead. Okay. And then it's going to hit the news in a way like, oh, this guy is dead. Okay, but now. Okay, wait. Here we're going now. It's going to happen in this one. No! No, it's issue. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. Oh, FF was also in that issue. Okay, wait. It's going to happen in this one. Okay. She believes he's dead. Some BS here. She kind of escapes. Put on, I don't know where the hell she got that armor from. She kind of escapes, basically. This is all part of the Wolverine Goes to Hell, so it's like not really Wolverine or some crap like that. So she ends up escaping by turning into this woman and just kind of leaving the crime scene. So this is supposedly Daken, but Daken apparently made a deal with him. Daken basically was like, he enjoys, living in plain sight and being like a public person, but at the same time he's like, my plans and everything would work so much better if maybe if I was dead. Okay, but he still wants those connections. Okay, so here we go. This is the man, Romulus, who basically kind of kidnapped him when he was little, taken from the mom's womb, and he raised him to be such a harsh little child. Okay, this is where all the violence comes from. He taught him how to fight and everything. Okay, he's telling him, like, I want you to see your greatest asset, you know, and also your greatest weakness, right? And he's saying that, you know, the greatest weakness is that you will always be outnumbered. Okay, he's like, and that was my greatest mistake, you know, that I underestimated the power of human numbers. He underestimated his own ability to combat those numbers or whatever the hell, right? He's like, he used to, like, be out in the open before he ran into the shadows, right? That's why he's telling him, like, I used to let them see me, the humans. Like, I used to let them know me. This man worked from the shadows, okay, manipulating things too. This is where he gets his manipulation from. He learned it all from him. This is Palpatine. This is Vader, okay? This is Vader. And Johnny's Luke. Johnny's Luke trying to save him. He can't be saved, okay? He's like, once they knew me, once they saw me, they knew that there was only one of me, okay? You know? He's like, your greatest asset is being a mystery, not letting everybody know everything about you, okay? He's like, so basically, he basically disappeared. I don't know if he faked his death or anything like that. A lot of him is still a mystery. They never explained what happened to this man, by the way, right? So he ended up building an empire in like the shadows or whatever. There's a lot of characters that are actually working for him, right? He's like at like the very top of a chain. It's like this guy's working for this guy, working for this guy, working for this guy, but he's the one at the very, very top. Okay, that's how it works. Okay. They never knew where he was. They assumed. He's saying that there's such power in nobody actually knowing where you are or who you are. Everyone just knows, like, there's somebody. It's kind of like just like being a name. Nobody actually sees him or whatever. So Daken's like, if they can't see you, then they can't hurt you. And he's like, yes. But that's the price we pay to survive. Never care about them, boy. Never care about anyone but yourself. That's why he's such a selfish character. Everything he learned from this man, you know? He's like, no one else will care about you. So that's why he operates the way he does. Because what this man tells him, this is what was ingrained in him, you know? But Daken realizes that's not true. What do you mean no one else will ever care? Johnny's going to care a great deal, and he knows that, okay? He's kind of actually pissed here that they try to kill Mystique. He's like, that wasn't part of the plan because, you know, he doesn't like being lied to. He's the one who lies. He's the one who changes plans. Don't you be making plans and then changing it on him. He's like, oh, what deal? The deal you made with the old man? That was like an issue 1 or whatever, you know. He's like, what? It never occurred to you that someone would lie to you in order to get what they want? Because that's what he does. He doesn't like it when it's done to him. It's friggin' mofos, hypocrites. Okay? So that's why I let you live. He's like, if you think I owe you, oh, hell no. You're going to be waiting a long time to collect. Which is, again, very ironic, right? Because right now, the FF are walking around thinking they owe him. Okay, let's see. There we go. He's like, you know, so he did it. The deal he made with him was that he would fake his death. And now Mystique thinks that he's dead, right? There's such power in that, you know. There really is for him. Again, he's alone, you know. For him, there's safety and loneliness, right? We're going to see this again. This whole aspect of being alone. That's something he and Johnny share. Again, this is why they're such similar characters, you know. But he sees safety in it, whereas Johnny is such a terrifying thing. Okay? He says all loose ends are accounted for, right? Her, whatever. Look at that. I wonder what 665. Must mean it's something. It's a DKN. It's his name. You know. Look, that's what I'm talking about. Daken has money. Nobody knows where the freak he gets it from. He has bank. So he's driving away. That's Mystique. He knows. This is the place where supposedly he died. So he's driving. And guess what? This whole thing right there. Johnny's in this building right here. He's driving right by. He knows Johnny was in the building right next door to the friggin' restaurant. This is the club. Johnny was in this club in Miami. They were in the same friggin' place at the same time right next door. This is not a coincidence. You think it's a coincidence? No, he's planning. He knows. He can smell him. He knows where Johnny is. And as he's driving by, you think you don't see him? There's Johnny with his girlfriend. Wow! And then they're just driving. He's like, they were definitely in a club. That's why he's like, what a dance floor, babe. Oh my God. I know. Oh my God. And then she sees this whole next door. Across the street, actually, I guess. This is where Daken was supposedly killed. And she's like, Johnny, did someone get killed? And he's like, can't really hear what the hell she's saying. So she says it again. She wants to go check it out. That's when his phone is beeping. That's when his phone... Guess who's calling or, like, texting? Guess? Can you? Call me? Oh, my God. And then she's like, oh, my God, come on. You know? Like, calm it down, bitch. She's, like, so interested in this stuff, you know? The superhero stuff excites her. And she's like... Ask him what happened. He's like, no, you can't, or no, you won't. He's like, pick one, you know. He's like, I'm a hero, but like, I'm not gonna like, you know, step on anybody's toes, like, you know. Also, Johnny doesn't deal with this petty stuff. He's like a cosmic hero, like stuff that has to do with like police and murder. Like, this is street level stuff, like, and also like, this is the police got it, you know, the firefighter. He still respects, you know, the ordinary heroes of the world, you know, like. Come on, they can handle this, you know? But that's when he starts overhearing this woman, right? She's telling the police officer what happened in the building, right? He's just kind of hearing it. It's like, she's saying some weird stuff, right? But then, this is how in tuned he is. He doesn't know Daken's in Miami. He don't know this. All he knows is that, you know, he had called him earlier, and now Daken had texted him to call him back, right? And then this woman just talking about something. He don't know what all this means, but when he hears this, the man had a mohawk and claws. There's only one guy. Oh my God, the claws that came out of his hands. Oh my God, that gotta be Daken. Ah! Okay, Johnny's all mental. He's like, oh no. Because he's thinking, like, Daken's dead? Johnny! And he's calling Daken like crazy. He's like, pick up the phone, Daken! Pick up the phone! Johnny! Okay. Ooh. Definitely read made. Ding, ding, ding! Ding, ding, ding! The phone's ringing. Oh my God. No one's answering! And then remains! Oh my God. Johnny's lost it now. This must mean Daken's dead? The phone's still ringing! This is all that's left. I can't even tell if the victim was a man or a woman. A man, according to witnesses. Holy shit. Bird knocked something over. Well, whatever, dash now. Oh my God. The juice. Johnny, is everything okay? That's it. That's it. That's it. Johnny's just, he's in a different world now. That's it. He needs to cut the night short now. Her name's Georgette, by the way. He's gonna drive her home. Okay, but what's wrong, baby? He's just feeling a lot of guilt, and it just makes him so sad. Wasn't there when a friend needed me. Back at the FF. What the frig is Val, first of all? Oh my God, the classics. Oh my God, they got this hung up in Reed's lab? No, really, Dad already gave me the launch codes. Did he now? He said if me and Valeria built our own space shuttle, I could fly it. Oh, really? Val showed me what to do. I just have to put in this last part and read. Leave me alone, wife. Oh. Here, let me get the phone. The phone's ringing. The phone is always friggin' ringing. Let's see what's happening here. It's Johnny. He's panicked. I'm in Miami. There was a fight in some restaurant. I don't know what happened. Hang on. Slow down, lad. Take it one step at a time. Reed, Duncan is dead. Oh, my God. Johnny feels such guilt. He's like, after what happened to him in Avengers with Osborn, you know, he's like, we promised we'd be there for him. And now, this was no accident, Reed. Again, he was set up. Ah! She's like, oh, my God. We gotta get out of here. Come on, Franklin. But I'm almost done. Blah, blah, blah. She's like, Reed needs to take this call in private. He was like, he was murdered, Reed. I know it. Johnny feels so bad. He feels like, oh my God, Norman got to him. It's like Dawkins said, that might be a wait, who's this, Reed? I don't know. Anyway, I think it must be Reed. Dawkins said that might be a distinct possibility. This is also proof that they kind of kept in contact after Dark Avengers. He definitely stuck around through Johnny. That's how he has access to them. This is what he had left with them. This happens. This is who was responsible. Oh my God, we're going to find out.